first off, we're just going to look at the formula, and then I will explain why it is that way. There's actually many different ways to prove this formula, but it's definitely something that is very important in geometry or in any branch of math, really. Make sure you don't confuse this with the circumference formula, okay? That's 2 pi r. Okay, the way to read this formula is pi r squared. So they're different, right? This squared indicates that it's area. Area is a second dimension, right? Circumference is technically one-dimensional. And then with a lot of volume formulas, which we're going to learn in this class, it has a cube in it, right? Because it's in the third dimension. So there's the formula for the area of the circle. Let's take a look at where it comes from. But anyways, everybody can see this is a circle, right? So the way this app was created was they took, basically cut it up into a bunch of little arcs, like we've been talking about. Looks like there's 30 for this one, according to this number right here. So the question is, how long is each one of these little arcs? It'd be the radius of the circle, right? That's how long it would be. So what they're doing with this proof is they are stretching it out. So if you can see, kind of, they're taking those arcs and they're stretching it out to form a rectangle. Okay? And in order to form the rectangle, in order to wedge them in to become a rectangle, they're pulling them down onto themselves. So it might, if you really wanted to learn where the formula come from, you'd probably have to play with this for a while. It took me a while to understand what they were doing. But what's the formula for the area of a rectangle? It's length times width, right? Well, look at what the length of this rectangle is. It's just r times pi. Okay, it's half of the circumference, right? The circumference is 2 pi r, so it would be half of that. And then the width is r. Well, if you do the width times the length, you get r times r pi gives you pi r squared. So what they've done is they've taken the circle and they've made it into a rectangle to show that the area is pi r squared. A lot of geometry proofs are like that. You take one shape and you kind of make it into another to show what its area or its volume or whatever is. Pythagorean theorem proof works like that. We're going to look at that at some point. So anyway, the least you need to know is the formula, but that's where it comes from. Let's go ahead and do an example.